Alright. I might actually stick to Gwendolyn for this one, just because we have the thing. Dash immune is amazing. Dash immune only accounts for some of that, though. I'm taking some damage, though. Maybe I'll switch back to the Burdash. I don't know. The main problem is if I can't kill them with the dash, Gwendolyn is probably better. Actually, yeah, Gwendolyn is probably better. It doesn't have the spin. It doesn't have the spin, but it's got the attack speed that neither of the other two do. And I don't really need the, I don't really need the circular. Yeah, okay. Good thing I didn't tribute it. Would have been worse. Let's see. Didn't someone say dashing helps with the attack speed? Maybe? I've never seen that. Ah, leave me alone. I'm not a fan of the level design where it's just like, hey, here's an enemy, right off the gate. Luckily we've got, what's my evasion? 46. Or, no, 41? 41.6. Ow. Ugh. Well, that's why we have a really high having such a high defense, like, I need to do that more often. Even for my evasion runs, I should probably stack a little bit of armor. Instead of, like, that extra couple of points of... it's hard to say, actually. Boop. Boop. Yeah, the problem is perfect accuracy with dashes. A little bit difficult. Okay. At least my base damage is good, and we've got healing, way more healing than I've taken for damage. Okay, we are good. Let's see. Am I going to go back to Evaaade again? I'm probably going to do another session of Evaaade tomorrow. I have no idea how far I'm going to get in Evaaade. The problem is, so this game has really... Okay. I can almost get the... Yeah, I might... Let's see. The problem with Evaaade is it doesn't have the scaling that this game does. Oh. Apparently the third character in Slay the Spire is out. I will have to try that tomorrow, probably. Because tonight is probably going to be... Well, no. Yeah, tomorrow will be Slay the Spire. We'll have to maybe shelve Dungreed for one night for once. Hello. Okay, so we get the shield check, which is amazing. Goodbye. No, I'll keep the monocle. Let's get this. Wow, now I'm extra stupid. See, if you ever tried a purest armor run, I have. It doesn't work so great. It works mostly, but it's better to go evasion with a little bit of armor as opposed to pure armor with a little bit of something else. Anyway, so I've got a shield now. So that means, extra aggression. Because I'm gonna do a ton of damage. Let's see. But yeah, I'm gonna shelve Dungreed for the other game that's consuming my life. Hey! Yeah. I mean... That's kind of baseline how my life works at this point. Find a game that I love, make sure it does well on YouTube, kick ass with it long enough, and rinse repeat until I find a new game that's going to consume my life. It's, I mean, it works. I'm having fun. Oh. It's a modded class to add another character for Slay the Spire. Well, I'm going to be playing Slay the Spire tomorrow anyway, but I guess a little bit less. I'll look into the mods, though. The mods look kind of cool. The idea of modding roguelikes is really cool. I wish more roguelikes would actually have... I wish more roguelikes would actually have the functionality for it. What's a good example? No, we probably want to save the rest of these for tribute. We've got plenty of money. Binding of Isaac has pretty good mods. And I was, like, really happy to see that they added them. Unfortunately, what that game needs almost is just to be longer more than anything else, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. Let's see. But yeah, the idea of being able to mod Slay the Spire is actually something that they said they would be working on. They haven't like added full functionality, but it's really easy to mod from what I've heard. And I'd love to see more. I'd love to see more developers just kind of get on that, especially when it's like kind of popular. Because I often see like workshop support being added like later in a game's lifespan, and that's me. I mean, it's nice, but it doesn't help that much. There's a tactical game, kind of XCOM style, called Halfway. I covered fairly early on into my channel's life, and it was really fun actually. Main problem was, you know, it was kind of short and kind of unbalanced and whatever. And then, like, I want to say a year later, they released, like, custom levels and stuff, and it's like, no, if you want to do that, you have to have that, like, immediately in your game, otherwise nobody's gonna care. Because sadly, you know, sadly your game has kind of a limited shelf life based on, like, what kind of game it is and how repetitive and stuff like that. And so for, like, a single-player, story-based game, you don't get a whole lot of longevity out of that. It's not so bad, but it's one of those that, like, a year later adding custom level support is like, oh, that sucks. Let's see, what costume am I using right now? Just the basic full-plate warrior. The extra 10 defense is really useful. Yeah, the original Doom is still extremely popular. I mean, there are some games that, like... Oh, right, I have a double jump on top of all of my dashes. There are some games that transcend a standard lifespan of a game. But oftentimes they're the exception, not the rule. And they're definitely not something you want to bet on, generally. Let's see, I don't think I want any of these. You know what? I'm going to hold on to the boomerang for the bullet splitter. Because it'd be kind of fun to... Boomerang, bullet splitter, just wreck things. Yeah, Skyrim and Fallout, stuff like that. They are notable exceptions. Okay, so Ring of Midas, yeah, I don't care about that. What always surprises me with Skyrim is that they don't have better mod support in their games. Yeah, let's get the crit rating. 6% is perfectly fine. We're gonna have a boss after this, which I am more than prepared for. Let's see, do we... It's tempting to put on the tower shield, or I could just kind of guts it. Oh, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. There we go. What? Oh. There we go. Have I tried the controller now that they added controller mapping to this? I haven't. I saw it earlier. Main thing is I'm just not that interested in using a controller. My precise aim isn't that great. I tried using controller with Gungeon, and it was awkward. You know, I could probably spear this. Yeah, okay, I can spear this, no problem. I'm getting better at dodging. Getting much better at dodging. Then again, I'm running a build specifically built around dodging, dashing, and having iframes while I'm doing it. I haven't even taken a hit. Okay, there's our hit. But that's fine. He didn't even take my shields off. But yeah, mouse feels really good in this game. The only reason why a controller could be good is for dodging in the direction of not your mouse. I specifically had trouble with that in Enter the Gungeon. Because Enter the Gungeon was really fun. But I could never get my... I could never get a full handle on the controls. It felt really awkward to me. Yeah, we don't quite do enough damage. Also, the dragon does, the dragon makes a bat noise when you kill it. It makes the same exact noise as the bat, which is very strange. Okay, so let's just tribute the Birch Baton. And that's it. I'd like to tribute the rest. I might go back to the Beardish? Maybe not. I don't know. Should remove Tri-Shot. You are correct. I should. That's actually... You know what? Let's put on the Watcher at this point. My evasion's getting pretty ridiculous. And I'm not taking a whole lot of damage now. I could grab the Carbine. No, I don't have that much money, actually. It'd be nice to grab the Carbine, but I gotta be a little bit worried about things. Let's see. Yeah, what's the special on the Spear do? Let's try and get in position so I can use it. You pretty much just do a lightning AoE. It's kind of good, especially because the cooldown's pretty short. But I generally just avoid it because it's not that helpful. Let's see. What does the Watcher do? Does it give you any stats? It gives you 5 evasion, which, like, at this point, it puts my evasion from 65% to 70%, which is real good. It's still kind of negligible, but if we get a couple more food buffs, I'm not going to be hittable. I can just stab my way through this. This might actually be one of those few runs where a lightsaber would maybe be reasonable. Maybe. If you can get 100% for the sword boss. Oh, yeah. There we go. Yeah, lightning bolt is good if there's an enemy above me. Landmines are scary. Is that a flamethrower or a... That's not. Okay. Yeah, I might be able to get to 100% evasion on this run. Okay. Correction, the lightning bolt is better than I'm giving it credit for. It has got a way larger... It's like the grenade. It's got a huge AoE to it that I didn't immediately expect. So you've made it to the forest. I mean, this run it should be kind of a no-brainer, but as long as I don't run into major problems, I actually should reliably make it to the forest. Heavy evasion generally always makes the run. Let's see. I could go max health. 27 max health would be great. But I don't know if it's necessary. I'm gonna keep the evade. Decently high evade seems good with your massive invulnerability periods. Yup. No, the evasion is broken in this game. I'm really glad it exists, but it is like actually not fair how strong it is. Yeah, I might... Okay, my evasion's only at 66%. I thought I was at 77%. I guess I miscounted? Maybe? I don't know. We'll be really close to 100% evasion. Without the gold bead for once. Yeah, it does take quite a while to get to ridiculous levels of evasion. That is not false. Yeah, we might need the gold candy. Well, it might show, it might not. If the gold candy doesn't show, then we'll just keep the shield generator. We'll just keep the gold candy with me. Or we'll keep the shield generator with us until we get the gold candy. It should be reasonable. Let's see. Does this count as a win for the lava boss when it comes to levels? Not this run. This run I didn't deserve. Dog has a lot more HP than I'd give it credit for. Let's see, you can time the Thunderbolt to spawn kill the pillars. That's nuts. Let's see, can you equip 2 of the same item or no? Sadly, no. It'd be nuts if you could. I'd love that. Because then, I mean, imagine me with like 2 shield generators. Oh boy. I'd be unstoppable. I mean, not unstoppable, but it'd be really cool. Same thing with the gold candy. Or Hammers of Tengus? Like, imagine if you got multiple Hammers of Tengus on a run. Oh, crit for days. Poke. 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 Yeah, my base damage is a little bit. Yeah, imagine 5 gold candies. 50 evasion, plus whatever your base is. Oh, you'd be unstoppable. You also would never be able to move. But, I mean, if you don't take damage, who cares if you can't see where you're going? You're just going to face rush everything to death. I'm gonna hold on to the dangerous shotgun. It might actually be more useful with the split shot on later levels if I need it. I should be okay, though. But yeah, that would be, what, 200% movement speed? Ugh. I pass? I mean, if I was given the opportunity, I wonder if I could actually... I might bug Durf about... I might bug Durf about how to mod games. See if I can actually, like, get further into the source code for this game. Because if I could actually get rid of the level cap and the cap that limits the amount of items you can have on you, I might. Screw you, Poochie. Those dogs are tough, though. Whoops. Hey, lightning ban. Die. It'd be interesting to see some better translation for the items. Yeah, especially if I could actually get into the source code for it. If I could get into the source code for it, I bet I could find the math for, like, defense and stuff. Because yeah, I've got a buddy that makes mods for, like, any game he wants, and I should probably have him teach me at some point, because that'd be amazing. 8.4% evasion. 8.2% crit. These food buffs they're not slacking. Yeah, I'll probably want to tribute everything. We'll see. Okay, oh, we're not done yet. It's Croc. Okay, well, I said I was going to use the minigun. Unfortunately, I am too poor. Sorry, Croc. What's my evasion currently at? 75%. I can get it up to 80 if I wanted to. Let's see. I'm probably gonna grab... No, it's probably better that I just turbo stab things than do the spin. See, how far ahead am I on this series versus the YouTube videos? Very. I think at least 10? Maybe 20 episodes. Admittedly, I'm taking damage here, but that's mostly just because I'm just stabbing the shit out of him. Well, I guess that'll solve my money issues to some degree. I'm still insulted by the 3-tier baton, honestly. And I'm full health. Okay. Let's go destroy things. Okay, so I'm kind of understanding why a max level run is a little bit on the strong side. There's, like, no reason to ever use the Skeleton King's Sword, is there? I guess if you had attack speed to kind of justify it. I think these guys only hit you when you're in the air. Or, no, when they hit the ground. I think this guy just... Yeah, he just sits there plotting your doom, as far as I can tell. I think what he's supposed to do is summon those archers, but it could be wrong. Like, I can kind of understand why having a level cap in this makes total sense. It just also feels like a shame to have a level of camp. Like, I'd rather they balance the game around the, ow. I'd rather they balance the game around the concept of having, like, level 100 be the maximum and, like, reduce the power of the perks, than have the maximum level be 30. Well, either way, I think I'm gonna go with my inevitable setup. I mean, the main reason why I'm ridiculous, though, isn't even because of the perks. I'm barely even leveraging half of them. Yeah, I've got a bunch of extra health, but I'm not even using it. Like, honestly, the only thing that's really helping this run more than usual, the attack speed is kind of nice, but having maxed Wrath is pretty damn good. A throwing knife would be nice, but I'm poor. Let's see, do any weapons have evasion? No, not that I think of. You should have 100 levels, but you should be able to get 4 or 5 perks to choose from. Yeah, I would rather have like a high maximum level and a lot of options than a low maximum level and limited options. I mean, that kind of is a no-brainer situation, but it just does feel kind of unsatisfying where you're like, this is all I got. Like, if somebody could kind of remake this game, but with just more, I would be very happy, because this is like an insanely good base. But it's also, you hit the upper end, and you're like, huh, it's a little bit more limited than I thought it was going to be. Let's see, what's my evasion at currently? 80%. I could get it up to 85. Yeah, if we get the gold candy, we would have 100% evasion. Really depends on the next food buff for what my evasion ends at. Because, yeah, if I get the gold candy, I am unhittable. But if I don't get the gold candy, I'm not going to cry over spilt milk. I'll probably get what's-his-face down to the next... I'll probably practice fighting Spearman. Or not Spearman, Swordman. Because he is still by far the most threatening thing in the game. Okay, so let's tribute the Demon Sword. Yeah, let's just tribute all this stuff. I've still got a Tower Shield. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of Scatter Bullet. And the Bear Dish. I'm not gonna be using them. Okay, so we've maxed this out now. Okay, the devs have said they're going to be adding a lot more over time. And if any DLC comes out, it'll be free. Hell, I'd pay money for them to keep working on this game if they wanted to. Because, like... I totally understand, like, why people don't want to spend too much money on games, but at the same time, if a game is good enough, I'd be willing to throw, like, an extra $10. To, you know, perpetuating the development. Like, its value is insane. You know, the one thing I would like them to do is actually add seeded modes. Or, like, seeded runs, because I'd love to do, like, races with people. Because that's one of the reasons why I love Isaac so much, and why I used to stream the shit out of it. Because it was so satisfying just being able to load up, like, a run with, being able to load up a run with, like, some friends and be like, okay, who can beat this first? Who can have the most ridiculous run? What kind of RNG can you run into? So on and so forth. And that'd be really fun. Okay, oh, another gargoyle. Yeah, dash runs are really good. I'm probably still gonna keep the shield generator, if I have to choose. Come on, gold candy? No gold candy. Okay, 7.6 evasion. So the final count is... I mean, I could get it up to 93. One more food buff for the gold candy and I'd be at 100% evasion. So yeah, small chance of it dropping. Highly unlikely. Unfortunately, this game's drop rates are kind of bad here. Robo-dogs here. I do hope they diversify the enemy listing a little bit. Because it's still a little weird to find like a succubus here. Or in the forest. Just trying very hard to not get got by ghosts. But honestly, like, between the evasion and the, like, iframes from dashing, we are kind of unstoppable. It's just nice to have the extra wrath for speed killing things. What's a good game that had, like, fair DLC? I mean, I guess, honestly, go back to Binding of Isaac. I think Binding of Isaac's, monetization system has been nothing but fair. A lot of people were really cranky with, like, Afterbirth Plus and stuff like that, but I think, I think Afterbirth Plus was, like, an amazingly well-handled game. Wait, is this my first level of Forest or my second? I actually am not paying attention. Yeah, this is my second. I was like, holy shit, maybe we might actually get 100% evasion, but the answer is no. Got close. Like, it's totally doable, you just gotta have the right food luck. Which I did not have today. Yeah, so this guy summons little skeleton archers. Pop my shields off. A lot of people complain about it, but Paradox does well with the DLC. Sort of, after a while, you kind of start feeling like you're getting nickel and dimed. I would rather pay like 30-40 bucks for like a big expansion with all the races attached than like, you know, it's like, okay, well, here's the Teutonic Knights and the alien space invaders and like, it just starts to feel like, even though, like, I know it's totally fair for them to do so, and it's not actually a bad... Like, it's not a bad setup. It just feels... The perception of it becomes a problem. Okay, one more treasure chest to probably not get the thing that I want. We get another bullet splitter. Mildly insulted, but not surprised in the slightest. Yeah, Amplitude Studio does a fairly good job. I just like Amplitude. Their games are fun. I mean, so far I've liked Stellaris, too. Okay, let's go over here. Let's see. Nah, he didn't have anything. I guess let's go see what food buffs I can get. And then we'll go probably just sacrifice ourselves to Swordman. Let's see. 8.1 crit. Yeah. Let's get crit and then 4% dash damage. Oh, not enough gold. I am too poor. Well, I could be less poor. Let's go be less poor. Because I think I've maxed out the altar. I'm gonna go double check just in case. I think day 1 DLC is absolutely unforgivable. It is definitely skeevier than I'd like it to be. The only day 1 DLC I feel like is maybe okay is cosmetics. But even then I missed the days where cosmetics were just wrapped in. You know, let's actually get the crit damage rate instead of the dash damage, now that I'm thinking about it. Okay. Where is he? He's over here. So is this a modded run? Yeah, more or less. Okay, what could the evade trinkets get me up to? You know, that's actually a fine point. Let's take off the crit. Let's throw on the cloth armor. Yeah, we don't need the charm of power. So I can get up to 93 crit. If I had the gold bead, we'd be at 100% evasion. What the? Like, missed me. Really weirdly. Yeah, the dash evasion is insane. Okay, where's the dude? A little bit more health than I was expecting you'd have. But that's okay. Yeah, so I think for my level 40 perk, I'm just gonna go with invincibility when dashing, because that's like ridiculous. That plus the base evasion makes me unstoppable. Okay, time to die. Boop. Farewell, cruelest worlds. You're going to take a while to kill me. Having that extra defense is pretty great, too. Also, evade, 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 evade. I like the 3D effect to it. That's cool. Oh. Oh. That's fine. Oh. Huh. There we go. Well, that was a fun run. Let's wait for this to show up. Let's grab the create a shield that protects the explorer. Everything else is good. Why am I dying? Because that was a cheat run. I didn't earn the win. So as much as I'd like to, like wreck this and, you know, kill him, I didn't earn it there. I gotta get up to level 100 before I can deserve that specific win. For some strange reason, he wants to earn his victory. It'd be my first victory. I don't want to just cheese it too much. Let's reset everything, and let's set it to just 40 for now. Looks like it's reset to something else this time, so let's do a new scan. 30. Spend 1 into a Mystic. Okay, there we go. So now, rules are, going forward for this, I level up every time I beat the flame boss, and we'll go from there. And that will be the series. So let's go for this. The evasion while dashing is absurd. I'm probably gonna... No. You know what? It is absurd. I don't know if it's worth it, though. Not in this case. Set it to 40 again. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do this every time I change. I am going to, I'm gonna go Greed. The extra max health and the extra accessory slot is probably more useful than anything else I can get. The only problem is the lack of dash. Okay, you level up every time you hit the flame boss until you hit level 60. Okay, and then after level 60, it'll be the yeah, that'll make sense. So we'll get so up to level 60 is the flame boss. Up to level 80 is the mech boss, and then level 100 is the other guy. Have I tried any of the other outfits? I have tried many of them. I like all of them. Not actually, no, I don't like all of them. What am I saying? I like the criminal silhouette, he's ridiculous. Fatso's not bad. But his perk drain really isn't worth it. Ish, kinda depends. The gunman is interesting, but I don't like the revolvers. They're awkward. Fatso is bad. Extra 30 power isn't terrible. Alice could be good if you had the princess wand. I'm gonna give Alice a go next time we get the princess run, the princess wand, so I can try like a super coward run and see how that goes. How is Lotus? Hard. The main problem with Lotus is you can't see anything because the camera shake gets so bad. Yeah, there's a good revolver. I know there's the Magnum, but I didn't like the Magnum that much. I don't know. There's a bunch of things. It doesn't matter.